Thinking like that, don't that give you a nightmare?
Strange you should say that. As a matter of fact, not for that reason, mind you, but I had the strangest feeling last night.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my second Halloween tutorial of 2016, and it is my take on a broken, bashed Barbie. So I'm first starting off by priming my face with the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm, and this is just going to add a really nice protective layer to our skin before we apply all of our special effects makeup. Now just going in with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation in warm beige and applying this all over my face as I normally would, and blending it out with my round top kabuki brush by Morphe. Please keep in mind when you're watching these Halloween tutorials that I have no experience or training in special effects makeup at all. I've just learned everything from YouTube and other makeup artists as well. I'm definitely just winging it as I go, but that's also good because it shows you guys that it's easy and you can do it just as easily as I can. Now just going in with two of my favorite concealers. I'm using my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind and my MAC Pro Longwear. I want a really highlighted under eye look, but I also want really full coverage as we're going for like a Barbie skin look. Now I'm just going in with my Face of Australia Loose Translucent Powder, and I'm taking this on my damp beauty blender and baking my under eye area so that we get no creases and our concealer stays in place all day long. And then I'm also taking this on my smile lines where I get a lot of creasing, and then just taking a little bit of the product all over my face to set my foundation down. Now I'm just going in and doing my eyebrows, just doing my brows as I normally would. I have an entire routine video on this, so I'll link that up in the right hand corner for you guys if you wanted to check out how I normally do my brows. Today I'm just using my Benefit Browsings powder and then just setting my brow hairs with my Australis Tint My Brow. Now I'm just going in with a small fluffy brush and dusting away any of that baking powder. Now time to highlight the under eye area. I'm going in with my trusty Australis Banana Powder and just going over the bits that we set under our eyes, really brightening this area up and making our skin look porcelain and very, very perfect. Now time to bronze the face. I'm going in with my MAC Give Me Sun Bronzer. So I'm just warming up the cheekbones and then also the perimeter of my face, a little bit on my nose, forehead, and also on my jawline. Now onto blush, because we are going for like a Barbie look. I'm going for my MAC Pink Swoon blush. It is a very bright hot pink shade and I'm putting on a lot of blush. Now onto contouring. I'm using my Hoola Benefit bronzer and I'm just using the brush that it comes with to really sculpt out our cheekbones. I want a really structured face because we are going for like a Barbie doll look, so I'm bringing the contour down towards my mouth to really make our face super angular. Now I'm just taking some of that translucent powder on my damp beauty blender and cleaning up my contour, and now going in with this Becca Mineralized Skin Finish in Opal, and I'm just highlighting my cheekbones, also above my brow, my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, basically everywhere that I always highlight, but I'm going very, very heavy-handed as we want to look like a doll, so we're going to look very, very plastic. Now just dusting away the extra baked powder as we did under our eyes. Now to start off the eye look, I'm going in with the shade Salted Caramel from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and I'm just running this through my crease, focusing the majority of the colour on the outer V. Now I'm going in with the shade Semi Sweet from the same palette, and just using this on a smaller fluffy brush and blending this through the crease as well, focusing the majority of the colour on the crease and outer V, but keeping it a little bit tighter than before. Then just going back in with my main blending brush and blending the two shades together. Now going in with this gorgeous rose gold colour. I think it's called Marzipan. I'm just patting this all over my eyelid, basically everywhere that we haven't put that crease colour down. So just patting it onto the eyelid rather than sweeping it. Then of course blending it all together so that we have no harsh lines. Now I'm just going in with a liquid liner and drawing in a super dramatic wing because we want to look super glam on our left side of the face. I'm now just going to apply these number 43 Morphe lashes. They're super long and wispy, so they're perfect for this doll-like look. And then going in with my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara and just adding that to my top lashes to blend them with my falsies. Now just going in with this black gel liner from Maybelline, I'm just going to line my tight line. Now using this jumbo eye pencil from NYX in the shade Milk, I'm just going to line my waterline. This is really going to open up our eyes and give us that big doll-like eye effect. Now just going back in with the first shade from the palette, I'm just going to run this on a fluffy brush under my lower lash line. Now just going back in with Semi Sweet, and I'm running this on the same fluffy brush on the outer portion of the lower lash line. Now just going back in with my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, and I'm really coating my lower lashes because we want them kind of clumpy so that it adds to that doll eye look. Now just using this Too Faced Shadow Insurance, I'm applying a tiny little bit of this on my inner corner, and then I'm just going in with this gorgeous sort of duochrome silver pigment from the Nikkie Tutorials Power of Makeup palette and applying this to the inner corner. Now beginning on the other side of the face, I'm going in with the Morphe 35T palette, and I'm just taking this sort of warm purple brown shade and I'm applying this all over my eye and around my eye. So this is going to be starting off with the bruising sort of effect. So I'm just really applying this very, very messily around the eye using this big fat blending brush. I really had no method to doing this. I wasn't really sure how I was applying it or what I was going for, but I was sort of going for like a black eye look, so I was just doing it very, very messy and just sort of mimicking the most natural bruising effect that I could. Now just going in with this darker purple shade, it is definitely a lot darker and is going to mimic sort of a deeper bruise. So I'm just running this closer to my actual eye. Same kind of thing, not really sure what I was doing, but really just blending it out. This is much easier than I thought it was going to be, and you guys could definitely do it as well. Now just taking a combination of this black and brown shade from the Morphe 35K palette, I'm just applying this to the inner corner and closely around my eye. Didn't really know what I was doing, as I said, but I've just sort of gone to deepen up the bruising effect a little bit. Then I decided to add some bruising around the side of my mouth, so I just used the same black and brown. Then I went back in with the Morphe 35T palette and just added some of the purple shades to the side of my mouth as well. Then I decided on the pink shade I Don't Pink So, which is a very cool tone pink from BYS, and I just applied this to my lips, of course. This is the perfect sort of Barbie bright hot pink shade. Then I just went back in with my blending brush and applied the leftover shadow onto my lipstick. Now I'm just using some liquid latex and mixing this with my foundation. That way when we go to apply anything on top, it's not going to be super white underneath and it's going to be easier to cover up. In hindsight though, if I was going to recreate this look, I definitely would have done the liquid latex before applying all the bruising shadows, just because it's easier to cover up that way. So I'm just creating like a textured line across my cheekbone, so it sort of looks like our face has been split open on this side. And then I'm going in with some little bits of cotton wool and just ripping them into tiny bits and applying it on top of the liquid latex. Cotton wool is really good for creating texture on the skin and also mimicking human muscle. Once this had sort of dried, I just went back in with the liquid latex and put this on top of the cotton wool. Once this had started drying, I just went in with my spatula and I started creating like lines in the latex as if the skin had been split open. We really want to emphasize creating texture in the skin so it looks more realistic. Then I went back in with my Born This Way foundation on a beauty blender and I just sort of patted this on top of the liquid latex to make it skin color again so that it was easier to put the shadows on top so it wasn't super white and obvious underneath. Then I decided that I wasn't very happy with it, so I actually just went in with my fingers and started pulling at the latex as if this bit of skin was sort of falling off and had been torn. Then I just went back in with my loose translucent powder and set this foundation in place. Now just using the black gel liner again, I'm going in and creating shadows underneath the skin fold. So shadowing and texturizing is really important in special effects makeup because we want it to look very real and natural on the skin. So I'm going in anywhere that there's sort of a skin fold and I'm adding this black to create shadow-like appearance. Now I'm just going back in with a combination of these two purple-brown shades and I'm applying bruising over top of my wound. I definitely should have done this beforehand and applied the liquid latex and everything down first before doing the bruising. It just would have made this step a lot easier. Now I'm just going in with this awesome thickened blood. It is a really, really good blood product. It is very realistic, very dark, red and thick. You could definitely do this part just with normal dripping blood, but it is really good to add this sort of thickened blood to the inner, deepest parts of the wound. So I'm just applying this until I'm really happy with the way that it looks, and then I decided I was going to add a little bit to the side of my mouth as well, so just taking the thick blood and sort of dropping this on the right side of my mouth. Now time for the fun dripping blood. I'm just taking this back on the wound, and this is a really, really good applicator because it has that little dropping point, so it's very precise and easy to apply. So I'm just sort of going along wherever I think that naturally it would be bleeding out of and creating little drips down the side of my face. Make sure when you're doing this that you have a towel on your lap or something because it can drip, and also tilt your head back so you get this sort of natural dripping shape. Then I decided that I wanted a little bit more, so I'm just going back in with that 35T palette and applying bruising on my right side of my collarbone. Just doing this very, very messy. This is so easy, honestly. All you need is a blending brush and some purple brown shades, and it is as easy as that. Then I just went back in with that dripping blood and created random little drips along my collarbone. That is the end of the video today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed seeing this broken bashed Barbie tutorial. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit subscribe down below. I post one new video every Sunday at 8 AM Australian time. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!